Welcome back to the Odryssian Kingdom campaign. Let's go ahead and jump right into this battle and see if we can actually make enough progress to get the military victory. So let's see, I think this would be episode 67. I've already managed to lose count. But that means we have this and four... No, that's not right. This is the fourth to last episode of this campaign. Alrighty, let's see here.
Your orders. By your command.
I still don't rightly know why I do that, instead of just putting these guys on one end and having the Spartans on the other. I don't know why I mix them. But anyway, I kind of want to spread them as thin as I can, rather than just getting in a big old grind fest. Let's actually do this. You three can take this flank. You guys can take this flank. Archers just hang out here for the time being. Cavalry, I really don't want to use very much because I'd rather just keep them healthy right now. Or get them healthy, I should say, because they're not exactly in great shape. Okay, but if they've got missiles out there like that, we're definitely going to go hit them, because the cavalry isn't going to be able to accomplish too much inside the settlement. Let's see, I don't think they have many missile units.
We are at your command. Advance at speed.
Okay, let's go ahead and I need to deal with this. Go ahead and get these guys up here and have them start shooting. Go ahead and just put them on skirmish mode and let them do their thing. Okay, cavalry, just get over here. I probably don't even need 2 units over there, to be honest. Don't pursue that. Straight into the enemy spears. You know what? I was gonna try this. Ah! You guys, I figured it out. I know how to attack move now. That makes me happy. I mean, it's not a perfect... Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, it doesn't work very well, but it kind of works. Okay. General, go ahead and get in there and help out with that. You guys come out of skirmish mode. My cavalry over here needs to actually charge. Okay. You guys keep running through. I'm actually going to bring one of you guys back over here. I think we need a little bit more infantry in the middle. Okay. Whoa. I don't know if you guys saw the tremor there, but I couldn't hardly control where my mouse was. It's awesome, let me tell you. General, change targets. You guys just shoot some light spears, whatever. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's have you throw your ammo then.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, they are wisely just running away. I'm not even bothering to put the hoplites into phalanx, which is actually probably a bad thing. I could probably use some help with that cavalry, so let's bring the general out that direction. These guys have probably dealt with those couple of missile units. archers keep shooting the blob. You guys chased off their general. Go ahead and just keep coming this way, I suppose. We're going to take way more casualties here than we should.
One of our units
You guys go help out with that. The general can help out over here.
Ready and waiting. At the double. Odryssian nobles. Spears. Your orders. Charge.
Okay, let's maybe form phalanx with some of these guys.
By your command.
Just see if we can get this front line a little bit cleaned up.
Ready. Quickly now.
Okay, it's a messy start to an episode, but we're going okay. Actually, you guys attack this direction. We'll get the spears to attack on the flank here. Keep those guys out of phalanx for now. Okay, put you guys into phalanx and have you pull back.
Odryssian royal cavalry.
Nope, nope, nope.
Stop now.
One of our units
Okay.
has used all its ammunition.
Yeah, things are getting a little bit funky here. We caught that phalanx a little bit out of formation, but we didn't get a very good charge on it. Okay, the cavalry doesn't really need to do much anymore, but let's move them in here just in case we get an opportunity. Let's take these guys off of fire at will, put them on guard mode, and have them shoot into that phalanx. Give you guys a new attack order. Go ahead and pull the cavalry back. I didn't charge them like I meant to. You guys are on fire at will, so go ahead and just fire at will. You guys are pretty heavily injured, so let's just pull you out of that engagement entirely. These guys are doing fine. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more aggressive here. Get a charge there. This unit could probably use some help. Shooting into the side of a phalanx over here, so that's good. I would kind of rather shoot this one though, but its shields are facing me, so I think it would just be a poor use of ammo. Okay, these Spartans got out of there. Pull the cav back. These guys can pull back. Okay, I need to free up some more infantry here. Sending the cavalry around the rear isn't going to accomplish much. Speaking of freeing up more infantry, there we go. While these units are kind of isolated, let's go ahead and shoot them. How are we going over here? Oops, not you though. I want you guys to attack that. Okay, you lot, go ahead and just pull back. We'll let the spears get in here for now. Actually, whatever. Just both of you get in there. That should be the battle. Alright, so pretty poor performance. I probably should have done something to get myself a little warmed up so I can actually move the mouse how I want to, but whatever. Considering how I was kind of just spamming with my archers instead of trying to be careful with my shots, I think I did pretty well at not getting much friendly fire. Cavalry didn't get too beat up, so we should be healthy enough to hold this settlement if the Indians decide to come attack. Let's go ahead and raise it to the ground, start fresh. We do have an extra army here. Alright, so we're looking to be in pretty good shape. Do I need that much food down here? Probably not. Let's go with that. Why not? Actually, I do need that much food down here. This will give us a little food, right? Yeah, if we choose the granary complex direction, we can get a little food out of that. This army is a little bit intimidating, but I'm pretty confident we can beat it if we go one-on-one with any of these armies over here. Let's go ahead and get the experience per turn for the general and Blund's bandits.
Ready for battle.
Now let's see. I'm kind of tempted to merge these guys out and recruit a new unit because we can't get these because we have the maximum of them. But in the meantime, I think I'll just hold on to them. We don't have any like really appealing recruitment options just yet. Okay, out of curiosity, what would the balance of power look like if we were to make this attack? Really? Oh, it's because we're getting the garrison as well. Okay, I don't actually want to take that fight, but it's good to know that I've already got the balance of power over here if I need to engage over there. Okay, we're building up our infantry and getting those armies up to proper form. Alrighty, let's see. I realistically probably don't need to keep armies over here. At least not 2 armies. I could probably do with 1. Of course, that being said, we are starting to run low on allies in the area. Because there was a time when we had like 5 or 6 allied armies over here. Tyros still needs more food before we go back to it, though. Alright, anyway, that's this front. I always forget what I've done between episodes. Like, I don't remember if I still need to do stuff over here. Okay, it looks like I do still need to make a move over here. Okay, an enemy fleet, a healthy army, and a healthy garrison, so we could be up against it here. Since they have a fleet nearby, I actually kind of want to just wait for a little bit and get these guys into position. Because these guys still need a lot of replenishment. And I'm not sure they can get it here yet. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and move into their territory a little bit more, and then I don't think they have 2 armies that could attack us next turn, but I'm going to fortify anyway, rather than raid, because I don't necessarily need the money. I do want to keep recruiting ships. I'm going to go ahead and keep going a couple of turns out. Because another thing I need to do if I'm going to get the military victory is I need to have 60 naval units. So, who else wants to be an admiral? These 2 brothers, they can be admirals. How about that? Don't love any of these, but at this point they're not terribly important. Alright, whatever. It doesn't even matter, I don't think. That guy's name was Sitacles or some crap like that. Is that him already? There's no way. A 15-year-old dude wouldn't have that many positive abilities, would he? One of the problems of this faction, and I would imagine several of the barbarian factions, is their names all... You get a lot of duplicate names, and since they each only have 1 name, it can be difficult to tell them apart. There's the one we were looking for. Let's go for the ship with greater health. Upgrade it right off the bat. and start recruitment. I might move him up to Terrico. Yeah, next turn we'll move him up to Terrico if I can remember. I think I'd rather recruit from there. Alright, Carthage. Actually planning on making a move out here?
Fleet ready.
I didn't realize I was recruiting here too. Do I have 3 fleets started now? Look at that, I've got 3 fleets started. Alrighty, let's see.
What do you wish of me?
So what I could do is lay siege to this city, take out that army, and then just retreat. You know what, I'm gonna go for it. Because I can. Okay, that army has artillery, this army does not. So I would rather be starting the attack with this other army.
Ready for orders.
We should have more than enough movement range, so let's lay siege with these guys.
Laying siege to their hovels.
And circle. We could probably win that battle, but it would be ugly. And now, let's get over here. Okay, so we don't have nearly as much movement range as we thought. But we forced them away. Which means
Ready for orders.
we can break the siege here. Oh, I couldn't move him out of the way. Do we have enough? Okay, we'll lay siege there.
For the tribe.
That doesn't isolate them, so we will just continue the siege.
To their hovels.
And then we will go attack them, and we should get all kinds of reinforcements here. Interesting, we're getting reinforcements from our garrison rather than our actual army. I'm just going to go ahead and auto-resolve this one. I don't necessarily need any of these units to stay alive, because replenishment shouldn't be a problem. I don't care too much about either of these armies as long as they don't get wiped out. So I know we'll take heavier casualties doing auto-resolve than we would if I manually fought the battle, but it's okay.
Get moving.
The purpose of that was to just delete another Carthaginian force. Now, I could sack this city. But to be honest with you, I don't even think it's worth doing, so let's just retreat.
Run.
And then we can give an order to get back over here. Take them a couple of turns, but that's fine. Did some damage, took out their army, made Carthage a little bit weaker, that's all I wanted to do. Go ahead and keep upgrading the food here. Public order is going to be a problem forever, so I'm just going to keep that army stacked in position. Do I have anyone else over here that needs to move? These guys. Oh yeah, and then once I get the fleet ready to go out here,
Your orders.
3 turns from now I might actually be able to sink this army. Let's see, I still can't quite make it all the way across because it won't let me land right there. But you know what? What if I were to do this? Let me just check. Pop out into there, and then if I were to, yeah, okay, so if I attack the city itself rather than going in at the port, I will have to go all the way out and around. So we're still not going to bother with that. Honestly, I could probably just bring this spear build straight into Africa. But you know what, we will just play a little bit defensive for now instead. I don't need to keep them in the garrison because, well, let's keep them there and see what kind of movement range they have. We'll just see how it looks. Okay, you can just go ahead and stay deployed. I don't really need to move you. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and wander over here and see if they've got anything else on its way. Nothing yet. Okay, I'm going to have you come back this way because once I take Isle, I'll go to Dimity next. Because that should be a free settlement, basically. I won't have to defend against these guys because they hate Carthage. Alright, that should be it for this turn, I believe. Loyalty looks fine, but we'll send him off with some money anyway. Need to double check real quick, see if anyone else leveled up. Should be fine. I'm gonna be pretty upset if Carthage tries to take this city. I don't think they have any fleets close, and yeah, we're fine.
The spirits have noticed that our treasure stores are wanting.
Yeah,
Any help?
whatever. I keep saying I don't need that, and I really don't, but let's just go for it. It's not hurting me to spend 4 grand on a defensive alliance. I do still need to try and get a military alliance with the RDA, but even if I don't, I'm going to call it good enough. Okay, these guys are replenishing nice and fast. You guys can go ahead and come on over here. Real quick, I'm going to move this fleet up to Taraco and have them recruit from there. Oh, yeah, because that doubles our recruitment capacity. Definitely, I will take that. Now let's see.
Ready for orders. Yes.
We're getting real close to being able to assault Ibasan. Real close to it. They have 4 ships in their garrison. And what, 2 ships? 1 ship. Okay, so 5 ships versus my 7 next turn. Plus these guys. Okay. I think I'll go ahead and launch the attack there next turn. Either that or I'll try and take down this force. We'll see. Anything else here that's super important? Not really. These guys are going the wrong direction. You guys are starting to replenish a little bit, but not quite enough. We will still be in the region of Tingis if we go here, so we should still get replenishment. Okay, that fleet could reach Siga. So I'm still gonna just sit there with this army. Grumpy's Guard, let's see. Grumpy's Guard can go ahead and move up a bit. I don't want to take that fight because they would get reinforcements from both of those armies. I moved just barely too far for that. That's unfortunate. We should be out of range of the garrison reinforcing if they decide to attack me, though. And if all else fails, I could always just retreat. That's fine. Okay, let's wander out this direction. They're building up, and well, it's not recruiting right now, but they are getting more troops still. Okay, they are set to go for another 2 turns already. Alright, I think that's our western side dealt with for this turn. Out here, Tyros, -5 food. But our total supply change has improved to be positive, so that is a good sign. Realistically, I should probably start sending diplomats. Okay, I'm going to move Bendy's Chosen over this direction, and I'm going to get the raiders on the offensive. I don't want to be sitting around with my powerful armies. Okay, there's a force. Where is Susa? Is it up here? We're looking at... Oh, duh, we have Susa. Okay, so we just need these 2 cities, and then 60 naval units, and then military alliance with the RDA, and then we win. So, I'm going to wander past here and just see if I can scout that area a bit. Candy's Conquerors. I could lay siege to Parsa right now. I could attack them right now. Or I could attack Gore and Parsa simultaneously. Because Gore, well, they both have pretty strong garrisons actually, so that's kind of a dangerous play. The other problem with that is it leaves Susa undefended. Because I've kind of got this area boxed in, but if I take an army out of here, that could open up a floodgate, and that would be a big problem. So, rather than going on a ridiculous offensive and overstretching ourselves, let's sit tight and play some defense. Now, Blund's bandits, I am going to move up here so they can at least be in range to help with the attack on Parsa if I want them. Up here, armies have kind of shifted around a little bit, but I'm pretty sure they're all still within range to reinforce each other. But you know what? They might not be. Yeah, when we lose the garrison, we massively lose balance of power there. Oh, do you know what? What if I attacked these guys? Because I thought attacking them is what put me in range of the garrison's reinforcements earlier. Oh, I guess not. Okay, we'll go ahead and keep playing defense. Up here, our final unit has been recruited. Okay, so now we actually have a strong enough force that I think we could manage. Let's just go ahead and sit back here anyway. And you know, it might be kind of fun to sit here in an ambush. Well, they have an agent there, so I bet we couldn't even hide. Well, either way, as long as our guys are close enough together that they can support each other in a battle, that'll be enough. Okay, did we get all of the building done that we needed to? Let's go ahead and get Charax going up as well. Getting peace with some of these factions would make my life a lot easier, because then I wouldn't need to defend Charax, or Seleucia, or Dura, or Palmyra. Alright, anyway, I think that's enough for this turn. Keep throwing money at these nobles. I don't think anyone leveled up this turn. Let's see. Yep, I think we're good. Peace with Carthage. No thank you.
And we offer you peace.
Because if I can blitz through you fast enough, I can start to pressure Egypt as well. And if I can start to put the pressure on Egypt from the west, that could free up an extra army on the east. Oh, don't attack. Okay, good. I thought they were attacking me for a second. If you guys will have a military alliance... I can't... Oh, wait, I already have a military alliance with them. I thought that was the RDA because of their icon. I looked at it for just a quick glance and mistook it for the RDA. Okay. Well, it was good timing for us to start bringing the raiders over here. Unfortunately, Seleucia's garrison is not strong enough to take on this army if we sally out. Well, out of curiosity, what would the odds be? No, not worth it. Okay, we don't have anyone close enough to go back and save the settlement. See, this is where things start to get really, really dicey because I'm getting so aggressive. It's hard to maintain all of my holdings. Okay, Candy's Conquerors. You didn't get any replenishment, but get up here and... Oh, they did get their army in. Oh, and the... Oh, that's just a little two-stack. That doesn't matter at all. Okay, so we will need... Whoa, these guys look cool. We will need Blund's Bandits for this. And I may just auto-resolve this one. Yeah, let's just auto-resolve that. Goodbye, artillery. I'm sorry. You've lived a good life. Hey, wow, the artillery survived. We actually didn't fully lose any units. That's nice. I don't need to loot it, so let's just raise it. Okay, can we get any replacement mercenary cavalry? We can, and they look to be decent enough that I think it's worth it. So let's go ahead and disband, hire, and over here, let's just leave these guys be for now. And let's hope nobody goes to attack Susa. Because if they do, we're going to have to retake it, and that'll just start to get really, really annoying. Hopefully these guys don't actually start the attack next turn. They have a lot of skirmish cav, so we could actually potentially win if they attack the walls, and if they don't, then we'll hit them with the raiders and they'll lose. Okay, so we should be okay over there. Egypt doesn't have anyone close enough to attack Tyros still. Do I have a spy over here anymore? I thought I did, but I must have moved them. Whatever. Okay, let's float you guys back over towards Dura this turn, and then next turn we'll float you back over this direction just to keep the AI from knowing where to attack. Up here we're still sitting pretty, still not doing anything. Okay. I think that's all I need to do this turn. It would be really nice if this area didn't exist as a path. Or if these guys could go attack over here, but they would lose and not accomplish a lot. Anyway, quick check through all of the agents, make sure we are using them effectively. Okay, I'm going to do a quick check here, but then I actually want this guy up this direction. No, I don't. I've got this guy over here. I can send him. So I want to see if they're thinking about attacking Susa. Okay, and that means you can wander over here. Bam! Alright. Go ahead and just deploy you, why not? Make sure these naval forces are doing what they need to. Oh wow. Even an extra turn still to get to the city again. Let's just keep them recruiting. Well, we've got 14 plus the garrison's 4, so 18 versus their full stack. I think I'd rather get one more turn of recruitment in for these fleets before we take that out. Because that'll just mean we can kind of springboard straight over to Ibasim instead of having to mess around with too much recuperation. Of course, I guess the fleets aren't going to be that important for taking this city anyway. They only existed so that I could... Oh, well, it's winter, we're not going to make that. The fleets only exist so that I could attack. Damn you, Carthage. If I was them, I would probably attack Gadir. Although Tingish's garrison is pretty heavily injured. I can't really do much to boost our garrison right off the bat, because I can't just like hire an army here real quick to have a general and then grab a bunch of mercenaries. Could we get all the way back there with Funky's field men? Not quite. I could just cheese this and ask them for peace. And then just betray them the turn after. Do I send Funky's fieldmen back or forward? That is the question. Let's send them back, let them keep replenishing. I don't love to do that, but starting to run low on options because I'm running low on armies. Up here, I don't think Carthage has any more fleets in this area, but I can't get to Corrales. Ooh, I could get there within 2 turns. But even if I do, I don't want to give them any space to attack me. Alright, now let's see if we can get the RDA to agree to a military alliance. They probably don't want it at all. What if I joined your war against these guys?
All praise to the gods.
Now, I was just trying to make friends with them there. If I offer you guys a whole bunch of money, you still don't want a military alliance. Alright, well, the game might be too rude to let us get this. I wonder if I can draw them into any of my wars. Will you fight Carthage? Yeah? No? Okay, will you fight Carthage if I pay you?
Byword for honor, but I cannot quite accept the terms that you offer.
That should be more than enough to tip the balance. Can we get a military alliance if we do that? No? Okay, let's just do this then.
I will take.
And then we'll leave it for a turn. Alright, I think that's enough for this round. Yeah, we'll leave that for a turn and see if things change next turn. I am starting to get a little bit careless here. I should probably slow down a little bit. Defense for all infantry units and attack for all infantry units would be good. Skirmishing power, not critical for this army, but whatever. Bendy's chosen. I really need to get these armies into play. These guys aren't really accomplishing anything for me over here. More experience per turn for the general. We'll do fine over here. Alright, now let's see what Carthage takes. Because if I was them, I would definitely attack Gadir. I would probably take it, loot it, deconstruct everything, and then leave. Carthage still wants peace. I just barely got the RDA to declare war, so getting peace with you now would be stupid, but now they're going to attack me. They didn't. Wow. good fortune. I was really expecting that fleet to start an assault. I'll have to check on them and see what direction they went. Well, I think we've made some really fast progress this episode. Whether we can maintain that, I'm not sure, but part of it is because we've just auto-resolved some pretty major battles. No, don't you do it. Stay away from my cities. Good. You can assault me with your stupid agents all you want, but stay away from my cities. I don't care about you. I do start to need to be a little bit cautious with my money. Just because I'm starting to decrease my income pretty substantially by recruiting all of these fleets. It's raised my logistics cost massively, and it has obviously raised my upkeep cost as well. Okay, just a bunch of garrisons. Actually, that's kind of bad. But they stayed too close, and now they die. Yeah, run away. But I'm gonna chase you anyway. Okay, let's see. They've got a lot of skirmish cavalry, which is going to be a problem for this army. Actually going to be a big problem for this army. Let's get in there. Wish I had a scorpion in this army. That would deal with the cav nice and fast. I really want to get RDA to have a military alliance because it would be nice to actually get the full military victory conditions met instead of just the this is what I said I wanted to do conditions. Alright, let's see. Don't want you guys firing at will. Don't want you guys firing at will. They just have tons and tons and tons of projectiles. Our cavalry doesn't really stand a chance because they can just get shot to pieces. So, how do we handle this? I could maybe try and just hide my cavalry just to keep them alive. Or I could just throw them into the fire and let them go to town and then replace them with mercenaries. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I just decided what I'm doing.
Orders understood.
Okay, now let's go. Let's actually just go one big old long line. No reserves. And we will use the cavalry to protect the archers. The problem is I have artillery. I don't like how this army is built. I didn't exactly build it to be the best army ever. I built it mostly just because I wanted to get use out of these area of recruitment units. But I'm starting to regret that decision more and more every time I fight with this army. Okay, we'll go ahead and put all of the cavalry to this side. These guys, stretch them out like that and hope for the best. Okay, let's get in here. What kind of range does my artillery have? Is it enough? We actually do have them in range right off the start of the battle, so let's pull back just a little bit. Try and maximize our firing time. Let's pull back even further. I want them almost out of range because by the time these guys load their first shots, they should be in range. Okay, now, I'm not at all concerned about their infantry, I just want their cavalry off the field. I'm going for the camels first because they scare my horses. And that's just gonna be so many javelins to take, dude. This is gonna hurt. Not getting particularly good fire in here. Let's rotate one of them across to the other side. Okay, you switch targets. I'd rather hit the skirmish cav. How are we doing over here? Nothing yet. First volley is a complete miss. I got a couple of them. Second volley, how'd we do? Quite poorly. I mean, obviously I'm shooting at cavalry with artillery, which isn't necessary, or with a ballista, which isn't necessarily a good choice. But I think I have to use my ranged units to deal with their ranged cavalry. I will want to save a little bit of ammo for the end of the battle. Let's go ahead and get a little bit into their heavier infantry. Archers don't have very good range, which is actually kind of a problem. Let's shift the archers over here. Bring these hoplites with them. Okay, artillery, go ahead and cease fire for a moment. If we can get their cavalry to sit still. Oh, you know what? That's an opportunity right there. We're not going to miss that opportunity. See if we can get in on that. Archers, open fire. You guys get out and around. Artillery is shooting into this mess. Oh, artillery, why are you like this? Okay, artillery, reform. We're not damaging these guys very quickly. You guys just stop where you're at, form phalanx, hope for the best. You guys charge into that. You guys are still moving instead of firing, which is exactly what we want. You guys can all have some attack orders. I'm just giving them the single click attack order so that they move, engage, and then hold. Okay, are you guys in position yet? Archers still haven't managed to deal with that other unit. Let's see if we can trap these guys in a little bit. And I have to take these guys out of phalanx because it didn't make them form up like I wanted it to. I mean, we should win this. It's just, will it be decisive like I want it to be? Losing? What the? They must have pulled out and gotten a decent charge on me. Let's come out of phalanx here and attack the spear infantry. I didn't realize that he had gotten in amongst some spear infantry. Okay, I need to pull the general out shortly. Wow, my cav is getting smashed. Okay, artillery. Are you in position yet? Hit those guys actually, why not? Archers. Hit those guys. Nah, keep shooting them, they're almost broken. You guys go ahead and break your formation. General, I need you to get in there. I actually should probably bring these guys back over to the other side. Who's wavering? Cavalry? Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna need to get the general out of there soon, I think. You guys come around. Artillery scared off that unit. Go ahead and shoot them once. Go ahead and do a rally out here. Keep our cavalry in the fight for a little bit longer. General's doing fine. These guys are doing fine. These guys should probably come out of phalanx. You bastards. You dirty, dirty bastards. Hate when the AI does that shit. Just like, I understand where the battle lines are, but to hell with that. And you could just say, oh, they're just flanking you, but like they just run through your units no matter what you do, and it's really triggering. Come on, hoplites, catch them, slow them down. You guys break phalanx and start charging. You guys break phalanx and start moving. Yeah, that's fine over there. You guys are going to die very, very soon. Let's actually pull these guys out of the combat and have them reinforce over here. See if we can clean up both of these units and get them both. Okay, that was excellent timing for that rally and inspire, but I still don't think it's going to be enough. Artillery starting to run out of ammo. Okay, these guys switch focus. Hoplites get up to the front line. Okay, archers, have you done your jobs yet? Okay, we're up against their general, which means we are not going to last too long. Especially if they get this extra unit of cav back here. I'm going to need to pull my general out soon, I think. Bring the archers over to help fire into that, I think, is the right play. Get these guys coming around. Send you guys out the back way. Okay, we're down to even combat. These guys are just not breaking. Okay, both of you get out of phalanx and just do as much damage as you can. Okay, there goes one unit of cav, 2 units of cav. Just couldn't break them fast enough out here. Now we're going to start taking fast casualties with our general. I don't want to pull out of this. Okay, the archers are in position. I also don't want to shoot into it, but let's hit the cavalry out here. Okay, get in on the flanks. Start routing this infantry. Okay, we finally got these hoplites free and clear so they can help the general. But they need to get in there fast. Do that just to make the general fight a little bit more effectively. We'll have these guys shoot into that mass. I'm going to leave these guys on the rear out of phalanx for what should be hopefully obvious reasons. General is still losing. I'd rather he didn't die, but it's not crucial that he survives. I just hate to lose a general over something silly like this. Shoot in the back of that unit now. Okay, we'll just let the front line keep engaging. Okay, there we go. End it right there because they already retreated, so they should all just die now. As expected, my cavalry got smashed, but I can just re-recruit them. So that's no problem. The important thing is my cavalry held on long enough on the flank that they couldn't just wrap me up and destroy me. Also, I kept a lot of their missile cavalry engaged in melee so they couldn't use their projectiles. And that really helped my front line survive. None of the hoplites got tons and tons of kills. Well, one of them almost got 200, which actually is the most kills any unit on the battlefield got. But the thing about having a hoplite army like this is they're all going to get pretty average kills. None of them are going to do anything fantastic. I'm wondering if I should have kept my general back and just let him shoot the whole time, because I think he probably would have been more effective doing that. But what's done is done. The battle's been won, and I can't think of anything else to rhyme with that very quick. And let's see if we actually got rid of the whole army. Because I swear sometimes things don't work right, and these guys will just be able to retreat a second time. Nope, that's them done.
On the move, lads.
Alright, now you into the city. Oh, we actually can recruit some more of these guys. I don't want to, but we could. Okay, no good cavalry recruitment options, so let's just hire some mercenaries. We're actually going to go with... Well, how much replenishment will we get per turn? That's not bad. We'll go ahead and just leave those guys. Okay, more experience per turn for the general. Bendy's Chosen just came over here, so I'm going to rotate them back out this direction now. These two... I have a lot of foreigner population, but no good foreigner units to recruit. I don't want to pick up these guys, but we're not getting any replenishment, and if we want to keep attacking, we need replenishment. Don't necessarily need that. The extra attack skill is nice, but it doesn't help us get their units off the battlefield faster. Let's go for the... maybe I go for the skirmish damage? No, we already got that maxed. We'll go for the cavalry boost. Because these guys do have some very, very strong cavalry.
I am the knife in the dark.
Okay, the Galatians have moved their armies. They're coming down this direction. So I need to get someone up to Susa quickly. But not necessarily this turn. I think I'll send Blunt's bandits back to Susa. Obviously that's going to hurt public order a little bit, but whatever. We don't care about public order right now, we care about conquering. This could be an opportunity to go hit this city. We've got 32 units. I have no siege equipment and low offensive capability. If I go over there, I can only retreat back a little bit. Those guys could reach. So they would be able to chase me and initiate a battle. I would like to know where that 4th army went. I bet they're just further down here. Okay, so we'll hold a static position for now. You know what? I wish I knew where their actual healthy army was, because otherwise I could probably go attack these guys right now, and then I would feel a little bit safer taking Raga with this army. Because the danger here is I could probably win a battle there, but I do not think I could hold the settlement after winning that battle. Let's go ahead and bring the king into enemy territory. Okay, the enemies are present. Let's see, what do they have? I need to refresh my memory here. Lots and lots of infantry, not a ton of cavalry in the 1st army, and then about 50-50 in the 2nd. So I think it would be beneficial to fortify here, because that keeps a lot of their units from doing anything. Now we can make it here and fortify. Do we have any good mercenary options? Parthian hired cataphracts. Who can we swap for that? These guys can get out of here. I kind of don't want to give up any of my archers. And we'll give up another unit of light spears. Should make that army a little bit more beefy. See, if I could actually win an attack here decisively, I could actually make a really big offensive push along this front. But because I'm not certain about it, and I am certain I would receive a hefty counterattack, I'm not going to make that push this turn. Okay, now did I do everything I needed to? You, Empire Maintenance. Oh, my fleets, did I already check on them? I did not, good thing I checked this time. Okay, let's see what they've got. Enemy transports out in the open. See, 16 up against 20. We can definitely win that. How on earth do those guys have such far reinforcement range? That's crazy. But whatever. Let's go ahead and head this direction. Their fleet just sat still, which is really, really weird. You guys go hang out in Gadir. You guys can start going back up to the front line. Now, they're not reinforcing each other in this battle. How on earth do they have the balance of power? Alright, well, we'll end the episode here because I've just realized we've hit the hour mark. And then we'll come back at the beginning and decide whether or not I actually want this fight, because I'm pretty confident I can just ram them all to death. I don't think they have a lot of javelins, because I'm pretty sure these spears do not have javelins. I know these hoplites do not. Their artillery would be useless. Their cavalry wouldn't even be in the battle, I don't think. We do have more ships than they do. Yeah, I think the balance of power is only bad because they have so many numbers, and the game assumes we would go into melee instead of ramming them. So anyway, we'll end this episode here and come back in the next one to see if we can keep making some more good progress.